Welcome back to Fallingfoxgaming, everybody. I am your host Blaine, and today we're picking up with some more Kenshi. It has only been a couple of days since the mining operation started, and things have been going very well. In the time that they've been here, they've bought in many supplies and turned in hundreds of chunks of ore. People heard that this new mining outpost nearby is a lucrative place to work so long as you're willing to put forth the effort. Fox and his gang promise safety, and in turn all they ask is that you pull your own weight during guard shifts. Many people have joined. In fact, we're up well over 30 team members now. Many of them skeletons, many of them Shek that joined in Squin. But the most noteworthy thing that has happened recently is Fox attempted to help a starving bandit leader that came pleading for aid. When they came, they were being attacked by bone dogs, and we actually helped them. And I gave them some food and some money because we had some in abundance. But when Fox went to aid the person, kind of, well, things didn't go exactly as properly. See, her leg is a little bit crippled. Oh, actually, it's only one leg now. Well, both legs were crippled. She doesn't seem to understand the concept of, how your legs are supposed to work. Your leg's not supposed to bend that way. Nonetheless, she is friendly to us, which is really cool. I don't know what's going to happen when her legs not heal. They're at negative 300, or they were. They're slowly starting to heal, and she's crippled right now. I'm not going to put her in her bed or anything because I don't care that much, but Fox has done all he can to help. Now, our group, if we take a look here, is now at 39 members. We had several people join. We had a whole bunch of robots, and we had several Shek that joined. Some community members asked for names, Shigar and Yankee. They are both male Shek. Unfortunately, I have not been able to get my hands on a plank or any version of an axe, which I don't even know if it's in the base game. I might have to get a mod for that. But those are the requested weapons, and I will do my best to get you guys your weapons as soon as I can. But until that time, let me show you what the base kind of looks like. So we got the training dummy set up, and we have more or less one of every kind or two of every kind, just for the sake of generic training. Now, everyone has gone through a tiny bit of training. It doesn't matter how much. I didn't get anybody above 30 on anything, but some people did strength, some people did a little bit of martial arts, a little bit of strength, some people did defense, toughness, all sorts of little things, just to kind of get a little bit of stats going here and there. But that doesn't really matter because we're going to pause the training now, and everyone's going to go into guard mode, where everyone here that's left at the base, aside from those assigned to mining duty, which is just the robots, and then Hobbs is the foreman. He is the fellow that we met in the hub, and I think he's actually a lower character in the world, but we're just going to leave him as our foreman for mining, because why not? So the many members of our guard duty are going to patrol our little fortress here that we have. By fortress I mean single building that is, well, not very defensible. We have no defensive structures at all. It is literally just a building. We're kind of poor. Now, I have a ton of ore to sell. Like, I have 100 copper ore, so in comparison, like, that sells for 200. So that's, we're looking at 20,000 cats if we really wanted to. But I really don't want to play this game like that, where I'm just making a whole bunch of money just mining. I feel that's a very cheesy way to do things. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to sit with the full inventory of, well, we're going to have full raw iron here soon as well, but copper and iron. And then everyone's just going to shift over to guard duty, because what we're going to do is we are going to head up to the northwest to the vein. Now, I have no idea what's in store for us. I haven't been up this way in a long time. I'm going to make sure everybody has jobs turned off, so that way they don't try to run around and do anything stupid. I'm going to do the same thing with the people back at our base. Everybody should be good. They are all inside our building now, except for the two people training the turrets, and that's because I'm going to train turrets all the way up to the max, because I don't want them shooting our own people when we do get turrets. So as we travel along, we run into a group of traders, it looks like here. Are they nomads? Yeah, they're traveling nomads. Kind of say hi to them as we pass and just keep on going. So the moment we head into the vein, we actually discovered a hive village, and that is where we're going to be heading. Go ahead and alter our route now because that is the primary path we want to go to. Oh, what's that? Bone dog, nomad. Oh, I think he's lost. I think that bone dog is supposed to be with that group. Entering the vein for the first time, we can see that the terrain is quite abysmal. There seems to be a fog over there that seems to be persistent and hasn't changed since we've gotten in this area. The terrain is very similar to where we decided to build. In fact, there's ore veins floating around over here, just like around our base. This might not have been a bad location for a mining outpost as well. Maybe a future one. We shall see. As the group pauses for a moment to admire the beauty of Vein, it started raining. Naturally, that is how adventures go, so that usually means there's something bad coming up in pretty much every movie I've ever seen, so I'm assuming something bad is going to happen when we get to this hiver village. The group seems to be at ease. We have yet to see anything hostile since we entered the vein, and the hiver village is actually quite close. We are very close indeed. There it is right now. We have one hiver with us, Bash. He used to live in these parts and tells us this village should be pretty safe. So I'm thinking now that we're here in a hiver village, we should probably keep our guard up because I don't actually remember much about these villages. I know that they're cool. They look kind of neat. They're just like big dung hides. Yeah, that's great. But more importantly, I do know that they are not part of a specific hive because I think those are named something specific. So I think we should be able to trade here. Yeah, welcome humans. Let's see what we got. Trade. Okay, so cheap prosthetics. This is one of their big things. So this is kind of what I wanted to show off. If you lose a limb, head down to a hive village. Now, these limbs are garbage. Like, these are all legs, these are arms. A whole bunch of different variations of them, but they're all super cheap. I think the most expensive one is like 2,200 cats or something like that. Yeah. So, super cheap, but they're also garbage. So, make sure you know that. This is just as like a repair in case something's like really broken. Now, what we want to do is take a look and see if there's any... Ooh, they have a workbench. I wonder if they let us work the workbench. Western Hive. Okay, so they're the Western Hive. I couldn't remember what these guys were called. Alright, so nothing there. So we want to make sure we don't cause any problems here, and this is why. There's a lot of them. This is just in one congregated little area, and there's a whole bunch of the soldier drones. They have pretty decent stats. Nothing amazing, but well above ours. And even their worker drones have decent stats. So it's very important that if you come to one of these places, make sure you're not causing problems. Now Fox is going to kind of run in here. Does it say what this building is? The factory. Are we allowed in the factory? I don't actually know if we're allowed in some of these buildings, so I really hope they don't attack us or yell at us for entering an area like this. Can't afford that. Oh, so there must be another shop over there. What's that? Torch post? Okay. Whatever that is. I should have honestly probably brought money with if I was going to come here, just so I could buy something. Okay, so it doesn't look like I can buy anything here. This is just a factory, which makes sense. Heading into their other store. Let's see what we got. Humans, welcome. See, they like us. I like that. They have some decent items here. As you guys can kind of see, they have some decent pants. They have some decent helmets or vests. They even have some light plate armor and some okay weapons. Now, eventually I may want to pick up some of this because as we collect hivers, I do want to have them kind of decked out in their native gear. So this is a good place to keep in mind. The one thing I am not noticing is I don't know if there is like a version of a bar here. I don't actually know how the hivers work like that, so I don't see one so far. So we're just going to keep going. Hive, camp bed. Ugh, I don't know if... Oh wait, that one's private, so don't go in there. This one says public, so I should be allowed in here. Is there someone here? It's just soldier. So they do seem to keep every building guarded, which is smart, because that's not something every place does. So, alright, so we're going to go in this last building here and see if there's anything in here. There is not. Actually, I don't even think there's a soldier right there. Yeah, they're really good at guarding. These guys are awesome. They're smart. So a quick stop in the Western Hive village here, and there's pretty much nothing here. They have a cheap cybernetics shop here if we need something. They even have a basic general store around the corner over here. But for the most part, this village has nothing else to offer us. Nothing special anyways, or unique that we require. It's good to note the cybernetics just in case we do end up losing limbs or something, but we also can't recruit anybody from here, so we're going to continue onward. So as we passed a small lake, we decided to take a little trip down there in an attempt to get a nice photo op and camp a little bit. Our plans were a bit interrupted. From the roughage, something charges us. Unsure what it is, we paused. Inspecting it closer, we should be running the opposite way. If we're over here, a Gorillo. So I do like that every time we run into something new, it is much more aggressive and stronger than the last thing we fought before. So the Gorillo is 40 in all the stats essentially, and near 300 for its hit points in each limb. This is not a great fight for us. However, we're going to do it. For two reasons. One, it is much faster than us. It closes distance very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of set this up a little bit in our favor. Alright, so we're going to fight this Gorillo, and we have Bash, Shigar, and Yankee on passive at the moment, so that way these guys engage first. Why are they not set to attack this thing? Well, I guess they're going to either way now, so... Ooh, look at this guy. Just look at this thing. This thing's intimidating. Alright. So let's see how things play out. Okay, now that they're set up, we're running that way, we can put these other three on attack mode as well. Because I do want them to fight, I just wanted them to be a little slower. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they hit everyone. Okay, so we're going to take passive off them. Okay, you can hit all of us in one swing. That's awful. Come on, Fox. Ja! There we go. And we should be able to hopefully... Okay, the fact that he can hit all of us in one swing, that's not exactly great. Okay, come on, guys. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we're doing alright. Oh, Shikar is... got a nice head wound there. Okay, so... how we doing? We do it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we took it down. Whew. So much blood. I think I'm gonna throw up. Who's saying that? Fox? Dude, this is not the most blood you've seen. So Yankee took the skin off him, the hide, and everyone else is just kind of healing each other up. That actually, it didn't go as bad as I thought it would, but a couple people did take some pretty good knocks. Thankfully, it wasn't like our legs or anything, so we're not gonna be slowed down at all. But we're going to continue on. Now, I was actually just trying to get down here because I wanted to take a look at this little lake. Primarily because I was thinking that if we wanted to set up a little village, this might be a good spot. I think the water is kind of cool looking. We have walls on every side, so I don't think anything can come from this way. I'm going to try and actually walk around and see if we can, you know, step up on there. The rain might get a little annoying, I guess, though, because like fluorescent pink rain, or red, whatever you want to call it, I guess could be a little distracting if you're trying to do stuff. So let's see if everybody can walk up here. If they can walk up this hill, that kind of defeats my plan. Yep, that completely defeats my plan, so never mind, that is not a good location. The entire plan there was that, oh hey, I have walls on all sides, why not build here? So let's take a quick peek around. What is that? Why is that glowing? Something glowing over that way. So we have passed this little circle. It's kind of what I wanted to check out. Let's see if there's anything else in the distance that we see. No, really nothing. The group camps for a night, and so we're going to end it here. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.